Black Ops 6 Season 1 Reloaded is launching this next week, and with it comes along a handful of additional weapons to use, plus the introduction of a few new systems in place that will set the standard for Black Ops 6 going forward. Today we're going to be discussing everything that you need to know about what Season 1 Reloaded is bringing to the table weapon-wise. So as we go along, drop your thoughts on what you're hoping to see out of this update, drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and make sure to subscribe to stay updated with all things Black Ops 6 as we gear up for Season 1 Reloaded and beyond. I'd love to have in the community as we chase down 700,000 subscribers. Finally, my friends over at Gamer Advantage may have some incredible Black Friday and weekend deals going into Cyber Monday here that you want to check out. So check them out, but more on that a little later. For now, let's get into it. So let's start out with just the base weapons here. We end up seeing that from Season 1, we've already had a couple introduced here. We saw the Krig C, we ended up seeing the SOG SMG, and then we had the Sierra 9mm that is available in the shop as of right now, but is going to be unlocked here shortly with the event for the hit list event. But other than that, we're also going to see coming at mid-season are weapons of the Maelstrom shotgun, AMR Mod 4 Sniper, and the Cleaver Melee. These are all listed as event rewards, so this is going to be something, again, like what we have with the hit list event and either personal and community unlocks or just all personal unlocks. We don't exactly know how it's going to be formatted just yet, but these will be coming along with an event at mid-season. So what are these weapons all about? The Maelstrom shotgun is going to be something that has 34 levels associated with it and is described as a fully automatic shotgun with good range and handling. High recoil and large hipfire spread, however, counterbalance that. What this weapon lacks in power compared to other shotguns, it makes up for with its rapid-fire full auto capabilities. Its heavy recoil and large hip spread require getting up close to the enemy, but within its effective range, it's devastating. Consider equipping the Overkill wildcard to pair the shotgun with a mid-range weapon for greater versatility. When moving into tight spaces, swap to the full auto shotgun and let loose. So obviously the shotguns we have right now are both pretty solid in their own right. I think kind of on par with what you'd expect for a shotgun. So to see one introduced with varying attributes now is going to be interesting, I think, in how it will play out. Faster firing, but offering more recoil and not as effective unless you're up close and personal. This will be something that I think might do wonders for things like Stakeout 24/7 or Pit, or depending on if the new map of Racket is also a very close quarters map. We'll have to wait and see, but it might just be something that is very situational, but you might have some fun with it. The AMR Mod 4 Sniper is going to have 38 levels associated with it, and it is a Barrett 50 cal. It's described as a semi-auto sniper rifle, one-shot kill to the torso, arms, hands, and upper legs, very high recoil, and slow rate of fire. You can steady your aim while ADSing. It's also described to be the hardest hitting weapon in its class. This sniper rifle rewards patience with a huge one-shot elimination range across the upper body. It's slow to aim and it kicks hard, but when the shot connects, say goodbye to the enemy. Inflicting major damage out to 100 meters, its selection of closer range optics also offers the possibility of fighting in the vanguard, a veritable frontline cannon. So this is going to be, again, that Barrett 50 cal that you've seen in the past, but it's cool to see that this is now going to be that sort of go-to for the most powerful snipers. Usually we don't really see that offered a lot of the times in the sniper rifle category right up front. It'll be something that kind of tries to play that middle ground a little bit or whatever the case in the past, but seeing this now take the space of the LR762 as that sort of most powerful, I am curious to see what the trade-off and how slow it is by comparison, because you do notice a difference here in some of these snipers and the attributes associated with them. So if you're going to immediately make it the hardest hitting sniper that we have, I'm curious just how slow it will actually be. And then the Cleaver is a melee with 30 levels where you have one-hit kills, short to medium range, and medium attack speed. It says also features a combo of sweeping attacks and head-on strikes. The Cleaver is the perfect melee weapon for clearing out multiple single targets in enclosed spaces. Use its heavy attack to prep the strike when anticipating incoming enemies, taking them to the chopping block the moment they appear. The big thing with this is a one-hit kill for this. The last two variations we've seen of the melees, the baseball bat and the power drill, both of those were two-hit kills. So that was something, if you're going for dark matter on the melees, it's not as effective because you have to get up close and personal to have the ability to get two hits off, or you can jump into hardcore, but a lot of the times if you're playing with melees, it might not be the most advantageous thing. So to have this now, the ability to run around, maybe say regular Stakeout, have the ability to regen your health, have the ability to one-hit kill people, that is going to be very beneficial, I think. And we'll also come back to what we'll touch on in a second about how we can kind of skip weapons for the camo grind this year. But those are the main primary weapons that we have as event rewards with this Season 1 Reloaded update upcoming. But it's not the only things we'll see in regards to weapons and how they'll end up being changed per se. that's where we lead into the special weapon attachments. We ended up seeing the Dragon's Breath, and we also ended up seeing the buffer weight stock as a part of the Battle Pass, and then also the hit list event. So we've seen 2 of these, but we still have 2 more upcoming, where we have in season, so potentially not with the update itself, but still coming a little later on down the line, whether that be another event later past whatever launches with the mid-season update here, or if we just see it dropped sporadically, it is something that will be coming in season. But we have the burst fire conversions for the XM4 and the compact 92 SMG. The XM4's burst fire conversion says that it converts the XM4's primary firing mode into a 3-round burst to help conserve ammo and stay on target. There's an impressive lack of recoil too, so it's still possible to pump out consistent damage when facing heavy threats. So essentially making this like the M16 of years prior, and with a lack of recoil, if you also want to throw on that buffer weight stock, you're going to be shooting laser beams. The burst fire conversion for the compact 92 SMG takes that very fast firing SMG of the compact and then turns it into a burst fire. It says this mod locks the underbarrel and barrel attachment slots, so you have a little bit less to work with, but when you end up using this, you can hold down the trigger to automatically cycle through the burst. So it is going to be something that is still auto, but just firing in a burst capacity, reminding me almost of the Daemon from Black Ops 4. So we'll see how these both play out. I think the M16 XM4 conversion definitely has a very high probability of being something worth using. The compact 92, we'll see if that is something that increases its lethality as well. But that's the weapons and the special attachments we have with the mid-season update. But one new pillar to the game that's already there in Warzone, but now will be there in Black Ops 6, is the new Armory, or rather returning, because it's partially what we saw within Modern Warfare 3 last year for the Call of Duty franchise, and the entire idea of the Armory isn't necessarily a new thing here. But the Armory for Black Ops 6 is a repository that provides access to previously missed out on loadout content from battle passes or events. So events for Season 1 and Season 1 Reloaded is where we're going to end up seeing this used right now. Next season, with Season 2, that's when you'll see the Battle Pass content also being thrown in there. But for this, all you have to do is activate an Armory item and start earning general XP towards unlocking it. And then you'll just simply unlock it with playtime. The Armory itself is unlocked at player level 24 and is added to the level unlock menu. So this is just where you're going to be able to go for, again, these event items like the power drill or the Siren 9mm or the shadow perk that comes along with that, the hand cannon. All of that functional content is then going to be added into this Armory, where you can then just simply unlock it with playtime. That is now going to be there from Season 1 Reloaded onward with Black Ops 6. For the rest of Black Ops 6's existence, it will be in the game available to use. So that is, again, another sort of pillar of the game that's coming weaponry-wise with Season 1 Reloaded. But the final thing I want to touch on is, again, just kind of a reminder that these new weapons, you can skip weapons for Dark Matter or whatever Mastery Camo you're going for. So this is a continuation of what we saw with the Season 1 weapons, where we had 4 additional weapons introduced here with the Krieg-C, SOG, Siren 9mm, and the Power Drill. This will continue to be a thing going into Season 2, Season 2 Reloaded, Season 3, and so on. But the way the camos work across multiplayer, zombies, or Warzone is that you only need a total of 33 weapons across the Mastery Camo levels of Diamond and their equivalents and above. So 33 equating out to the base number of weapons that we had within Black Ops 6. So for example, you only need 33 Diamond weapons to progress to Dark Spine, and then you only need 33 Dark Spine weapons to progress to Dark Matter challenges. So same goes for Opal, Afterlife, and Nebula, as well as King's Ransom, Catalyst, and Abyss. So how this would work to skip or replace weapons still comes down to needing to have full classifications worth of camos and completion unless you skip the whole weapon category. So for example, if you don't want to do, say, the shotguns, there's 2 of those. You would instead need to complete 2 other weapons, Diamond, Dark Spine, and Dark Matter at that point to replace the entire category. So let's say you do the Krieg and the SOG. Those would be needed, both of those, to skip the entire shotgun classification. You could not do just the Krieg if you had Diamond rifles and then just do 1 shotgun, because you wouldn't be able to get to the Diamond shotgun level. You need 2 gold weapons in the shotgun category to end up getting Diamond. But at the same time, say you wanted to end up using this new Cleaver melee weapon that is a 1-hit kill. You don't want to deal with Power Drill or the baseball bat that's a 2-hit kill. You find the 1 hits to be way easier. That's where you can then substitute another melee weapon, and you still only need 2 melee weapons to be gold to progress to Diamond, Dark Spine, and Dark Matter. There might be 4 total, but you only need to do 2. So that's where these sort of categorical fulfillments come into play, with meeting the base level expectations of 33 weapons: Diamond, Dark Spine, and Dark Matter, and their equivalents. So another example of this would be maybe you want to do the Siren 9mm instead of the HE1, for example, because launchers and specials now end up contributing to that same sort of diamond category at this point. It might actually not be a bad move, because the HE1 is incredibly annoying whenever it comes to those camo challenges for shooting things down. The Siren, it's just a regular gun at that point. So you can start to skip even more now with the introduction of the shotgun, sniper, and the additional melee coming into the equation with this update and beyond. So it makes Dark Matter even a little easier. But that said, that is the weapons here with Season 1 Reloaded, the fundamentals coming along with it, and some nice little things that allow you to skip a little bit in that progression track. So before we wrap everything up, it's now officially the holiday season, so if you're looking to have either a nice deal for yourself, or you're looking for a stocking stuffer for someone in your life, my friends over at Gamer Advantage have you covered, especially this weekend. There's a site-wide discount all weekend long going until the end of Cyber Monday, where everything is 35% off, and Code Espresso can stack on top of that to give you 45% off of everything. But each day there are specific deals where things are discounted even further, where things like on Cyber Monday includes 50% off with, again, a 10% stacking boost with Code Espresso to get 60% off Diablo and Slay frames. So if there's ever a time to check out what I firmly believe are the best blue light glasses on the market, now is that time. I've said it for years and I'll stick by it. They're the most lightweight, comfortable, and durable frames on the market. At the very least, if you want to check out their website to see what they're all about, check the link in the description below, where they can better break down the science and everything way better than I could. But what I can tell you, if you're looking to pick something up for yourself, or again, as perhaps a stocking stuffer, I'd highly recommend them, and now's as best a time as any. If you do so, make sure you use Code Espresso for an additional 10% off what is already the best deals of the year. But for now, that's going to wrap it up. Let me know your thoughts down below. You're looking forward to Season 1 Reloaded and the weaponry on offer? Not so much. Whatever the case, drop your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 6 as we gear up for Season 1 Reloaded and beyond. Love having the community, but for now, thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you later. Take care, and peace.